I'm down, bro.
Fuck yeah!
What's going on?
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. It
Yes,
really is.
likewise.
It really is, my
Likewise.
friend. Eric, right? That's your real name?
Yeah. Team.
It's a pleasure to meet you, man. It's really cool to meet you because, man, I grew up with your brothers. Really, your oldest brother showed me pretty much everything I
Yeah.
know. If he didn't tell you, he really did. It's so funny, man. You're you're what, the third one, or you're the youngest?
Yeah, I'm the baby, bro.
That's fucking
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, dude. Fucking I was a freshman when I met Fubi. He was a senior, I think.
Oh, damn.
And and Spanky was either a sophomore or a junior. And that's how I met the man. Like, we were all in band together.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's so funny, man. This is a crazy turn of events where it's just like fucking 10 years later, it's just like, oh, now I'm interviewing their little brother.
Facts. And who knows where it's gonna go, bro? Who knows?
That's so crazy, man. Man, I'm super excited. I just heard the new song you dropped this morning, right?
Sick. Sick.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Well,
That,
yeah, technically in midnight.
technically at midnight. Yeah,
Yeah.
technically at midnight.
Yeah.
I love the fact that you're dropping music every weekend. How
Yes.
consistent about that are you?
Um, I usually do it like I said, it's like an every week thing. But if I don't have the song this week, I guarantee it the following week. So it's all about just consistency. And that's what I've learned from the research I've done and the people I look up to and the artists I look up to and that I'm inspired by.
Exactly.
So, I just find it like, bro, you gotta be consistent. If you're not consistent, like your followers are gonna go somewhere else. It's like dating a girl. Like if you're not talking to the girl, she's gonna go find someone else who will.
Exactamundo. That's exactly what I've been trying to tell everybody. It's really hard to keep up that weekly fucking intake of music and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
anybody that's creative enough to do that, or has honestly just the balls, because it really just takes balls to do that. Do that
Oh
every
yeah.
week. It's just more
Yeah.
of like, dude, I'm mad fucking props, man. Honestly, that's super exciting.
Yeah.
I'm
It,
just
it
Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say like it's tough, man, because I'm on this on my own. I don't really have even a hype man. I'm my own hype man, and I produce, I mix, master, engineer, I write everything I do, and like this is my space. This is where the miracle happens,
Hmm.
and the really thing, one thing I really want out of this is appreciation from the work I've done,
Hmm.
you know. But I don't expect it right away. You know,
Oh, definitely,
I expect it. You gotta work for that.
definitely.
Like every week and every day, I'm just in the studio, just trying to get better.
That's exactly what it's about. It's about putting that constant everyday practice, everyday work, and just keep growing. That's really what I've noticed and what I've done
Yeah.
and researched myself. It's so really fucking crazy to be interviewing, dude. Like really, like I really was thinking about it this whole time. I'm just like, man, this is a trip, dude. It's such a trip. Cause like, dude, your brother, Spanky, is the reason I'm in Lone Scar.
Oh shit, really?
Like
But he told me about you.
like that's literally the reason I'm in Lone Scar. I was working at Guitar Center. I hadn't seen Spanky or any of them in a minute because I went to college in Houston, came back down, started working at that Guitar Center here in McAllen, and he was in the acoustic room one day, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, what's up? Like, how you been? Blah blah blah." He's like, "Oh, I'm drumming for this band called Lone Scar," and that's when they first popped up in my radar. And I was like, "Whoa, that's a really fucking badass name." I always remember, like, that's the first thing that just popped up. I was like,
Damn.
that's a badass fucking name." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm drumming for him, man." I'm like,
Uh,
"Oh, I gotta check that out." Fuck yeah. At the time, I was in a band called Head Trip, and like Lone Scar is
okay.
basically the same type of metal. It was like we were just trying to incorporate the old school stuff,
Mm,
but modernize it. You know what I mean? Make it more pleasurable
yeah.
to modern
Yeah.
ears. So that's really where
Right.
they caught my attention, and I was like, "Oh, that's sick!" And I always would tell my old band, I'd be like, we gotta play like those guys, like, cause like they were on it, they were on the social media game, they were on top of their
Yeah, yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and I was like, hey,
Yeah.
we gotta grow like that, like that's exactly what we gotta do. So it's a crazy trip to
That,
actually be fronting that band, like several years later, where it was just like, oh shit, like now that's my band. That's fucking, it's insane, because like I have to thank your fucking,
yeah, yeah,
pretty much I have to thank your whole family for all that, to be honest with you.
yeah.
Your
Yeah.
your dad
Yeah, man. I bet it's been a crazy journey.
and Fubi threw this like Toga Metal Fest fucking years ago. Years
I
ago.
remember that.
That was my second show, dude. That was the second show I ever played in my life.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I remember that. I was
yeah,
there, dude.
yeah, yeah, dude. Yeah, that was the second show
That's
I ever played.
crazy, dude. I
That's
forgot about that.
that's the second show I ever played in my fucking life, dude.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah,
Oh god. Oh
yeah.
god.
Yes, exactly. It's such a trip to
Yeah, I
fucking,
remember.
it's such a trip to come like fucking 10 years later. It's like all coming back. And that's it's funny that we're talking about this because fucking I know you're really into Russ. And did it cut off? No, no, there we go. You're still there. You're really into Russ.
Yes, I am. He's my yeah, he's my like idol, dude. He's the reason why I basically like started dropping music,
Cool.
you know? So yeah, I did music for years, man. Like I picked up the guitar when I was like 6 or 8 years old or something like that. And I didn't drop music till like let's say late 2018 when I started dropping like real music. And then ever since then, I wasn't consistent because I was in school
Right.
at the time. But as soon as 2020 hit, that was when I started the Song of the Week journey, and I've been doing it ever since, man.
That's such a crazy trip to start on in 2020 to start dropping music every fucking week. How did you manage that? Like, dude, oh, we dropped the
Yeah.
album. We dropped the album in the beginning of January, right before COVID really hit the states. You know what I mean? And
Oh shit.
and it's insane to like
Yeah.
backtrack all that because it's just like, dude, it was like a whole lifetime. That year is a whole
Yeah. Yeah.
lifetime.
Yeah.
And so like to be you
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
be dropping songs every fucking week, that's insane, dude. That's some creativity sparks that you had there,
Yeah.
son. You had a little fire up
Yeah.
in you had a
Definitely.
little fire there.
Yeah. It's because like I really want. Like a lot of people don't want it that bad. You
Mhm.
know, they go to the gym on January and they quit by the end of like mid March.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
because they want the results right away. I don't look at the results. So I'm in here just having fun, and if it turns out to blow up, then that's a bonus, you know?
That's exactly how it should be, man. That's exactly how it should be.
So yeah,
Um,
yeah,
it really comes down to actually having the passion and the love of the music and whatever you're putting out. Really be that integrity. Really show that integrity,
yes,
and that's really what it's all
yes,
about. And that's what I've noticed in this journey too. And I'm so glad that I'm finding more like-minded musicians like yourself. And I'm super proud of you being from far, from our
mhm,
hometown, repping like that and doing that. And that's the one reason I wanted you on this.
yeah,
I'm like, man, this kid's got something, and I want to talk to this kid. I want to see what's going on in his little brain.
yeah. And I'm down to share it, man. Like I'm there. I'm down to give the knowledge because I did this. This shit is self-educated. You know,
Mhm.
like I do a bunch of research. There's a lot of things in school that they didn't teach you. I had to teach myself. So and I'm still learning, you know, I'm still learning the mixing and the mastering. I gotta, you know, you just gotta put your head into it. And the quality's gotten better, a lot better. Listen back to my catalog, and it was bad, but at the time, it was the greatest shit I've ever made.
Right.
You know, it was the greatest shit I've ever made at the time, and that's what made me make the next song, though.
Hmm.
You get me? Yeah. So that's crazy how I haven't even given up, man. Like I'm far away from what giving. Like I don't even know what giving up is. You
Yeah.
know, that's not in my book.
Right.
So yeah, and then I hope that it just that I inspire people. I've inspired people to hit me up from like different states and everything. I've gone to hit up from like South Africa, New Zealand, like the UK area, all that place where they're just like, wow, man, like you're really doing this all you. It's like I have no connections, man. This is all me,
Hmm.
you know, no connections. I haven't. I'll be honest with you, I haven't even done a show, and look where I'm at. That's the power of media, dude.
You've never played a show as your rapper, as your rap career. You've never done one.
No,
That's insane. That's awesome.
I've never done a show, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's really impressive, dude. That's really impressive. It really is to be because
Yeah,
like nowadays
yeah,
you saw what happened all last year. We none of us played. None of us played.
yeah.
I was supposed to go on two
None of
major
no.
tours. I was supposed to go on two major tours, and that was supposed to completely change my life. And look at me now. You know, it's like I'm not even fucking
Holy
playing
shit.
music. I'm not even playing music. You know what I mean? It's fucking that's exactly
Yeah,
what it's about. You saw that you probably didn't see it, but you saw that transition, or at least you were living through it. That transition of where it's like, oh, it's all kind of heading online.
yeah,
It's all kind of heading like, oh, that social media game. You got to be on top of it. You got to be on point. That's where the
yeah,
fans are at. That's where the money's at. Kind of look at that. And I've been noticing that more and more.
yeah,
The
yeah.
more I've been
Exactly.
kind of it's exactly what you said. It's all research and it's all self-educating yourself, and it's a constant learning because you're never gonna stop learning. That's what you should aspire to. Never stop learning.
Ever.
But man, it's super
Yep.
exciting. So you've dropped a song a week since last year. So your catalog should be a good 50 songs already, something like that.
Yeah, I'm already going to hit the 50 mark.
Crazy, crazy. All self-produced.
Yeah. I'm going for 100, man. I'm going for the 100 at
Fuck
the end of
yeah,
the year, but we'll see.
fuck yeah. I can't wait
Yeah.
to see that. Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. So you're
Yeah.
just writing, you write all your own beats and everything, or did you start off in loop packs and stuff like that?
Uh, no, yeah, I did everything off from scratch. And then, as you go deep in the game, you start learning about loops and all that. But even if I did have loops, like, let's say I get a melody kit, right?
Hmm.
I always have to add in my own shit, bro. I have to. If I don't, it just bothers the hell out of me, and I don't
Right,
know why.
right,
And it
right.
just comes out, and it turns out to be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how I felt too. I've been getting more into
yeah,
trying to write my own beats. Is trying to start here. I'm not, I'm trying not to take away from whatever the rap scene or whatever the rappers are doing. But I definitely want to
yeah,
produce. I definitely want to get out there and I was writing a lot more music throughout all of 2020. And one of the things I wanted
yeah.
to do was inspire like I had my MPK mini here, my Kai, just you know doing my little beats, doing a little music here and there.
Hmm.
And when I started getting into melody tracks and loop samples and stuff like that,
Yeah,
you have to I exactly you have to add your own spice to it because you hear it, you hear it,
yeah,
you hear it.
yeah,
It's like oh okay that's theirs, but there's something else in my brain like that could add to this and make it your own.
yeah. You gotta switch it up, man. Yeah, you gotta switch it up.
Exactly, man. Well, that's super fucking
Yeah,
cool. So you've been so you're just doing music. That's all you do.
yeah. And obviously, I have a daily job to
Right.
maintain obviously my bills and all that, and that shouldn't be something to be ashamed of.
Of
That
course
shouldn't
not.
be something to be ashamed of. Yeah, like every artist has to go through stuff, and they have to pay their bills and all that. And if you have kids, like I know it's harder, but you gotta find a way, man. Like if you really want it that bad, like you would shed tears from how beautiful it is to even think about the success, you know?
It definitely is a
So
struggle.
and
There's
yeah,
a
it is a struggle, bro. And like when you're in my shoes, right? Let me tell you something real quick. When you're in my shoes, right? You have no connections, you're trying to network, but the people like I'm not throwing people down the bus down here, but it's just like my music is not like the valley music, quote unquote is what they say. So I feel like it's just harder for me to find the right people for my music to get to, you know. So yeah, man. Like, sometimes I train myself to not get discouraged anymore and just feel myself with confidence, with confidence. And I think that's all it really is, just self belief and confidence. I said it in the line also in the song. What I say? Something about something about confidence and I conquer self belief, some shit like that. And it's true, bro. Like if you conquer like the self belief, you'll always have confidence.
Hmm.
It's just training your mind. It's all in your head.
Hmm. I love that book. I love that book.
I have the book.
I
It's
love
right here
that
next
book.
to me. I have it. It's right here next to me, next to my right monitor speaker, bro.
I love that book. I really got into him last year.
Oh, lit.
Last year was when I really started getting into him. When I was just kind of like, because I had so much extra time last year, where it was just like, okay, well, like I need to like move out of this kind of just like little bubble that I'm in, just like my metal zone. Like I
Yeah,
always listen to rap, obviously. Like I've listened to all types of music my whole life.
right.
But there was like that little periods of times where you're just like, no, I'm strictly just gonna stay as a metalhead and just gonna stay in my metal bands and stuff like that. But you grow older and you realize it's just like music is music, and you have to learn
Music is music. Exactly.
you have to learn every color to paint with.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's the vibe I've been on. So when I started getting really more into rap, Russ started popping up a lot more on my feed and on my radar, and I was just like, man, this guy is everybody talks shit about this guy. Why does everybody talk shit about this
Yeah.
guy? Why does everybody
Yeah.
talk shit about this guy? And I listen to him, and I'm like, he's good. Like, why does everybody talk shit? And I started
Thank
digging.
you.
I started digging deep more into it, and I'm like, oh, it's just the industry trying to fuck with this guy because he's independent.
Exactly.
That's literally the
Exactly,
only
bro.
reason why people are trying to fuck with this guy, because this
Yes.
guy's making his own money and doing everything by himself.
What do you think I'm doing, bro? What do you think I'm doing?
People try
It's
to
all
fuck with you
about
down
being
here.
independent, man. Like I feel like in the long run, you're going for the long game. Not yet, but I can see it coming.
That I can see it coming.
For a fact, I can see it coming.
I hope
Yeah.
not. I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. But
Yeah, but the media, bro, is crazy, man. Like you can't control the media. You just gotta like shut it off for a few months and get a hold of yourself again and go back onto it and interact with your fans and your supporters.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, definitely,
yeah,
definitely. You don't do it for the criticism. You don't do it for anything else. The accolades. You really do it for the people, and that's what I've really
yeah,
noticed. That's where your money's at. Your fans. Don't
yeah.
fuck with your fans.
Exactly.
Don't stray from them.
Exactly. Like it's like, bro, like, are you kidding me? Like I worked hard for those fans, just the little ones that I have right now. My ass just for that, and then you're gonna tell like some stupid shit on media and like tell people lies on me and shit. Even though it's not happening to me yet, but like I've seen it like with other artists.
Hmm.
It's like, bro, like I feel bad for them, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
But that's the media for you, bro.
yeah. Of course, that's everything, man. Everyone's gonna talk a little shit, and
Yeah,
that also comes a lot. I saw that a lot when I was starting off, man. It was
mm,
very hard to kind of pull into the metal game down here, because all the old school bands, they didn't want to they weren't doing shit like this. They didn't want to talk to the newcomers at all. They were
yeah,
like they didn't want to show them off. They didn't want to fucking have a conversation with us at all. They were like, "Oh, I've been doing this fucking 10 plus years,
nah,
man.
fucking,
I've been doing
bro.
this."
The pride chokes you, bro.
It does. It really
Pride
does.
will kill you. You just gotta. I mean, it's good to have pride, but like when you start just like being assholes, it's like, nah, bro, you're choking on your own pride. You gotta
Hmm.
chill out.
Hmm.
That's just the way I see it. Yeah,
I'm glad more and more people are seeing it like that. Every conversation that I've had on this podcast and the musicians that I've had on this are people that want to share what we got to give. They want to
yeah,
share the knowledge, they want to share, and they want to grow, dude. Like
yeah,
this is exactly why we do this. It's more of like, I want to show off the valley because we're the fucking shit. Like
yeah.
this little place, people don't think it's the shit, but this place is the shit, man. There's so much
It, it,
good. There's so much good in here,
yeah.
and there's
It
so
could
much.
be something, man. Let me tell you something. It could be something, but you know, when you have a lot of people, there's a lot of people in the valley, and I don't know if you agree, but what I've seen is there's a lot of people that are closed-minded and who think everything.
I am really, really sorry about all the Zoom fuck ups. I cannot wait for us to go back to in-person interviews. Cheers. Hit that subscribe. Don't be an asshole.
Friday too is like, oh, I'm years old. I've been doing this for this many years. Like, who cares, bro? Like, have you gotten out of the valley? Like, why not just like stop making everything a competition
Mhm.
and start, like doing something with like other people, collab more without having to charge them. Like maybe you actually blow up with a song that you didn't even charge. Just a possibility. So yeah,
It depends. It depends because I like there comes to a certain point where you should start charging.
yeah,
I don't know what percentage is applicable to you or applicable to someone
mhm,
else. It all really comes from within. But at a certain
yeah,
point, you should really like start like, hey, this is kind of a business too. Like this is also
mhm,
you gotta keep your mind in the game too. Um,
right,
but I do agree with what you're saying, and people do need to do shit like this, collab with other people, collab with other genres, collab with
yeah,
and just make this insane little movement down here. That's what I'm really hoping for. I'm really hoping for
yeah, exactly,
Texas to get their shit together and show off the valley what it's supposed to be. Yeah, Houston's fucking amazing. Yeah, San Antonio's
yeah,
fucking amazing. Yeah, Dallas is fucking awesome. Yeah, dude, you have a whole little area
right,
down here of some insane fucking musicians that are ready to pop off. Pop,
yeah,
pop, like
mhm,
really, really pop. And so y'all needs to start showing some love down here. So I'm really glad that
yeah,
we're able to do stuff like this. And it's so cool that we're finally um in this space and in this time where everyone's kind of like in the same mind space where everyone's allowed to do stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
But man, it's so crazy to fucking talk to you. It really is. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
There we go. Sorry about that. Fucking the battery died on this fucking thing.
Yeah, you're good.
I fucking told myself change the
Oh, no problem.
batteries. Change the batteries right before you start this
Then
again.
you forget.
And I fucking forgot like a fucking idiot.
It's
Dude,
all good.
it's all good, man. Man, but what I was saying is, where was I? Yeah, that there's gonna be I feel like there's gonna be some insane little movement down here. I don't know
Yeah,
why. I don't know why. It's just like this like premonition that I have where it's like it's all just gonna like be this insane little bubble and it's gonna pop like amazingly and the scene's gonna
yeah.
generate and it's gonna be great
It can
because
happen
everyone,
anytime soon, bro.
yeah,
It can.
it can. There's man, there's so many people that I've been talking to. Another rapper that I really like from down here is Bakri. I don't know if you heard of him, Joseph Bakri.
Yeah,
You met him before?
yeah. I met him on like a little what's it called, like song to song competition.
Okay.
It was like a few months back, and then I was like the guest judge, so I had to like judge his music was like someone else's music, and yeah,
Okay. That's cool.
yeah, yeah.
I've
I
seen
did a little thing.
I've seen like the rap scene do that a lot, and it's so weird. Like the metal scene doesn't do that, but the rap scene does that a lot, where you guys have like competitions and like who's got the best
Yeah,
beat and got the best lyric, and y'all have
yeah,
judges and like it's stuff like that. And I think that's very interesting that you guys do that. Because I mean we've never done that at shows. It was always more of just like, yeah, house party, yeah, fucking hardcore show at the VFW. Yeah, 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 yeah. Fucking 15 bands, whatever, whatever. And it's always been like that until, I started joining Lone Star, and that's when we started
bro.
getting
You
to
know,
shows.
what you should do?
What?
You should like host something like similar to that. Like get like a few bands and like make like a tournament. Like you have one band on the left and you have another band on the right,
Yeah,
and then play live like in
yeah,
front of each other. Like y'all take turns, like 3 songs each order at the end. Let the crowd pick, and then it's like a battle of the bands kind of,
yeah. I
but
love
like
Battle
in
Battle
front of
Bands.
each other.
Yeah, they used to
But
do that.
like choose the winner right there,
Choose
like
the
in
winner
front of
right
the
there.
people. Yeah, exactly.
Let them go right now. we used to
Yeah,
we used to do
exactly.
that. I remember I've only ever played like one Battle of the Bands, but like they used to do a lot of Battle of the Bands before I started, started going to shows. because the scene, like, before I got into the metal scene was like really, really fucking good. And even when, you know, I was younger, it was still really popping off. But before that, they used to have
Right.
like competitions at SPI and shit, like fucking win $1,000 and fucking hotel rooms and crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait, what happened to all that shit? Like, what happened to all that? And what it really happened
Yeah.
was the guys all, you know, either moved out, went to college, or it turned into the EDM scene. Like a lot of the metal guys kind of like went into the EDM scene. That's why the EDM scene down here was really fucking badass for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was really
That's
fucking
crazy, man. Like the transition, bro, and it's like fucking that song, the dubstep killed rock and roll.
hmm
That's kind of reminds me of like EDM killed rock and rock or hard metal. It's like
hmm
shit. It's crazy, man.
And it all comes in waves. You know what I mean? That's what I kind of see it as like, you know, music's music, and one moment you're gonna be popping off, and next moment you might not be popping off. But hey, you never know. You never know. You might fucking put up a song that it pops off.
Yep.
I had what, a couple weeks ago, I had gotten a tattoo because I wanted a valley tattoo, and my friend was about to leave to New Mexico, and I was like, hey, fucking tap me up real quick, like we need to do this little remembrance of the valley, you know, your time here. And she was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. And when I did that, like that moment, a friend of mine messaged me that of the one of the songs from my first Lone Scar EP that came out like fucking 5 years ago. He's like, man, that's like one of my favorite songs you ever written. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, how does that fucking like come back like 5 years later? That just like, it's just like, that's exactly what it. And Russ even
The way it
posted something.
works, bro. That's
Russ
the
Russ
way it
even
works.
Russ even posted something yesterday where it was like, y'all don't tell me that this song is popping off 6 years later. And it was like some TikTok that was popping off. And that's how it works. It's
Yeah, it
all
was
waves.
the song for the stunt.
Yeah, that song. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's the way I see my shit going, bro. It's like, you know, a song that is gonna pop off, that I know is gonna pop off, is gonna be Local Rap Part 2, Beautiful Smile. Let's see, man, I'm freaking. Oh, Promised Land. I think those three alone, man, are just gonna hit.
Yeah.
But it takes time, bro. Like
Mhm.
it takes time. You can't just expect it. It's not overnight success.
Oh no.
It's not.
Bro, I've been,
You gotta let it boil and you gotta let it cook.
how old are you, Eric?
I'm 21, turning 22 in June.
Bro, what I do to be 21 again, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
Bro, you're like right on that edge, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking, it's so fucking good, dude. Like, fucking, what if I knew what I knew right now, because at 21 I was probably as cocky as you too. It was great. I had that same mentality where it was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's fucking go, let's do this shit. And then I had, you know, some shit happens in life where it kind of calms you down a little bit. But I'm glad you're still on that vibe, because you should be on that vibe.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
you're doing everything by yourself. And I'm kind of feeling that a little bit more and more, because like ever since we, you know, started the podcast, that like this is me, like the guys are involved on this a little bit, but like I do all the editing, I do all the, you know, this is primarily all me.
Okay.
So like it
Well,
gave
sorry
me,
about me if I'm cutting off. My fucking
hey,
signal here sucks. So,
it's cool, man, it's cool, it's understandable, we'll make it work. Fucking
all
dude,
right.
have we already been talking for 40 minutes? Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
dude.
Holy fuck. That does not feel like 40 minutes.
Hey, man, that's what happens when you have a good convo.
What the fuck? Holy shit. I'm sorry, that completely changed my train of thought, but I just saw my time. I'm like, holy fuck, we've been talking for 40 minutes already. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this is supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to feel like nothing. And I'm glad that this is, you know, you're my 12th and final guest, right, for the season?
I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah. So
I
what
did.
I'm trying to do is like give people a little break and give myself a break. And I also want to get rid of this. You know what I mean? Like, this is
Yeah.
my bedroom. Like, I want my own little room. I want my studio. I'm trying to rent out a
Yeah.
place where we're gonna have lights. We're gonna have a badass setup. I'm gonna have fucking table because I want to go back to in-person interviews. Because
Oh, okay.
that's really where we started at in-person interviews, and I loved it, and that was really fun. You got to hang out with your guests, and
That's lit.
we're
I want to do it. I want to do it one in person, bro. I'm down to do one in person.
we'll definitely do one in person too. When we
Yeah,
have the studio, we'll definitely hang out, and it's gonna be great.
yeah,
Fucking
bro.
great.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So what are you recording on? What's your software?
So I'm like a little bit everywhere. I produce in Ableton Live 10,
Okay.
and then when I'm done making like the production, and while I'm doing the producing, I'm also writing my lyrics. So by the time the beat's done, I'm already done with my lyrics.
Okay.
So when I'm done with that, I export the beat to Pro Tools. Export there the beat itself. Once I'm done with the recording, I go back into Ableton Live and I get every single stem so that when I'm going to do my mixing, I have every single stem that I'm gonna fuck with, and I could just mix it on there. So when I'm done with the mixing on Pro Tools, I go to the mastering process, and I use Ozone 9 Advanced, something like that. So I use like 3 softwares, bro. But like, yeah, it's just the way I feel. I'm more comfortable about it. So
Of course, that's exactly what everybody should to just do. Like
yeah.
I feel like everybody should kind of learn a little bit of every DAW. I have a
Oh
friend
yeah.
that's really good with Pro Tools. Josh, one of the guys I interviewed, he taught me on Reaper, and
Reaper's really good. Yeah.
that's what we use because it's the free one. Like we love it. Like we pay for it now, but like when we started
Yeah.
off, like it was fucking free, and you can do everything, and you can do everything on it, and it's just like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, and it works, man. And so I have other
Bro,
friends.
I've used fucking. I've used. I've used fucking mix. When I started, I used a fucking HP laptop that my dad like let me use for a little bit for school.
Mhm.
I was like, screw it, like I'm gonna start making beats on here. So I downloaded this thing called Mixcraft 8.
Well, my
Mixcraft 8,
God.
bro. The worst shit ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. But I made my first beat. Now, I'm stupid, right? Because I don't know where it went. I lost the beat. But it was like an orchestra beat, man. And I showed it to my friend. We listened to it in my car. And he's like, my first fan ever was like probably my friend. He's like the first one who's ever heard my beat. He's like, bro, this shit slaps. I was like, what? I was like, it does slap. I didn't disagree with him. But I use Mixcraft 8. I've used fucking Pro X. I've used Pro Tools, Ableton, and I even use FL Studio. So I've used like all of them, bro. Like, but I stuck with Ableton. I used to not. I used to hate Ableton.
Right.
I used to hate it. But then there was like an assignment for school I needed to use for Ableton, and I don't know what happened. I just started loving it. And that's where I just started using to use my production for, bro.
What do you mean you had an assignment for school on Ableton?
Yeah. So like I went to school for audio production, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I got my degree, my bachelor's degree, and it was like we had to like do like counter melodies and like melodies, harmonies,
Uh-huh.
put in like a drum of our own, this and that,
Okay.
and then like I just
That's
kind of
cool.
figured like it was pretty easy to use. I was like, this is badass. So ever since then, I just started making beats on it.
Badass. So you actually went to school for music or audio production?
Yeah, yeah, I did. I got my bachelor's degree. Um, I graduated November 2019 is when I graduated.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Um, yeah, yeah, and I know, and there's a lot of people like I don't know why. This is one thing that I don't know, like people were like, oh, you're in school, like you should be doing more than what, bro. Like it's school. It's only leverage. Like you're only getting leverage about on that piece of paper that you get at it. It's just leverage. You go to a job, I could probably take the job away from someone who doesn't have a fucking diploma. You get me?
Yep.
So that's basically all it is. And but it was a huge goal for me because I really did want to get it from my mom and dad.
Of course.
I'm the only child that actually got a college diploma. I'm not throwing them under the bus, but I'm the only one who did. And that was a huge accomplishment for me. So yeah, man, I did that shit for my mom and dad, my parents, my grandmother, like everyone, bro. Like I want to show them like it's fucking possible, you know?
That's fucking
So
awesome, dude. That's
Yeah, dude.
fucking respect right there, man.
Thank you, man.
Like it really is, because that's exactly the same vibe I've been on. I've been, I still don't even have my fucking bachelor's degree. I've been, like fucking like I've been trying. I'm in and out of school my whole fucking life, dude. Like it's just like
Man.
music always pulls me back, bro. Like I went to school for fucking
Yeah. It's not meant for everyone, bro.
yeah. It really isn't. It really isn't.
It's not meant for everyone.
It really isn't. But I do want to give my mom that satisfaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. I know
Yeah,
exactly what
man.
you mean. But like, and honestly, I'm not. We're not throwing your brothers under the bus, but you should really thank your brothers for doing everything like
Hey.
right and wrong, for you to succeed.
Exactly.
For you to succeed. That's exactly how I feel with, because my sisters have their bachelor's degrees. My younger
Yes,
sisters.
and I do thank them. Oh shit.
Yeah, my younger sisters
Damn.
have their bachelor's degree, and I'm like, I did everything wrong so you could succeed. Fucking, I love it.
I'm the hero in this
I'm the
shit.
hero in this story. I love it. I'm glad you guys saw all my
Yeah.
mistakes, so you could do it better. I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
exactly,
I'm glad
man.
about that.
That's fucking respect right there, bro.
Yeah.
That's respect right there. You know? But I don't thank them like in person, but I think they should know, bro. Like my brothers are my everything, bro. They're like without them I wouldn't be here today, bro. They're like my other like they're my biggest fans also, man. My family, you know. Like they keep me going. They're like, bro, like you're doing everything that no one else is doing in the valley. In the rap scene or like, because I don't know if there's anyone else doing the same shit I'm doing like in the metal scene or whatever.
Not that I
But
know of, man.
yeah, man, like
Not down
they're
here.
the examples I had to take in, man, and it just is what it is.
I
Oh shit,
haven't.
really?
Not that I know of, man. Not anybody dropping a song a week. I really wanted to get my band on that vibe where it's just like, dude, let's live it. Let's fucking a video a month. Give me a music video a month, dude.
Exactly. Fuck yeah.
Give me a music video a month. And even then they were still like, that's a lot, bro. And
It is a lot,
I'm like, I
but
know
like,
it's a lot, but we did
do you want it that bad? Is the question.
exactly.
You know?
So I'm barely kind of getting more into the Valley rap scene. I've been, I know Leon Rodriguez. I used to work with him.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
to work with him.
He's a well-known dude down here.
Yeah.
He hit me up for a few stuff for like shows and all that, but personally, I'm not ready for a show. Not because of stage fright, just because I want to start doing a show when I'm ready, not whenever anyone else is ready. When I'm ready, so that's just me. And then he hit me up for like for like the guest judge and all that stuff. So he's a cool dude. He's all about unity. But yeah, man, I think he's gonna go somewhere with his movement. He invited me on with his I guess record label, whatever I think it is. But I was like, nah, man, like I kind of just do my own thing, and like I'll hit you up for a future. Like I'm down in the network with you, but my label's like Sophie Records and Production. I'm repping that for the rest of my life for my dad, bro. He started that shit, and I'm gonna make it big for him. You know, so Sophie Records, man, that's my thing. I'm gonna rep that.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody picked it up. You know what I mean? It's so crazy because like that's my second show, man. It's so crazy to fucking think that's fucking
I can't believe that shit, dude.
dude, that's like 10 years ago. That's like fucking 10 years ago for me.
How old are you?
I'm 25. I'm about to be 26 in 2 months.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not that old, but I do feel old.
Yeah, if I put myself in your shoes, I would feel the same way because like what? You're talking to the baby of the family.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So like it's crazy, bro, to fucking like this goes fucking just that backwards and that straightforward, and it's just like, oh man, this is so cool to fucking be doing this. And I'm so glad to be having this conversation with you because I am really happy for whatever you're doing. I've heard a couple of songs. I think I've heard like 6 or 7 songs.
Okay.
And it's like I'm definitely gonna jam out a lot more.
Lit, bro. Fucking awesome.
This is great, dude. I'm really happy for you, and I'm really excited for anything that happens too.
Bro, man, just stay tuned, stay connected with me, bro. Like this is the journey we all need to be part of because I could blow up anytime soon. Like I'm gonna mention everyone who was on day ones with me. Like I'm not gonna forget about you guys, bro. Like you're like my fucking family, you know. It's like the worldwide family, you know.
Right.
Obviously, I got my own personal family, which I love a lot, but you know, my fan family, my supporters and shit like that. Like I'm gonna mention all of you guys, bro. Like y'all the real ones, bro, for real.
Speaking of which, I fucking saw your mom yesterday
Oh, really?
driving, and the way I know it was your mom is because I was behind her and it said SK8TRBOY17.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. My girl makes my merch, bro. So,
Fuck yeah.
yeah, my girl makes my merch, and she made stickers. My mom wanted some stickers, so yeah, for her car.
She's repping it, dude. She's repping it.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah,
That's
man.
that's so fucking
Yeah.
cool. It's such a good feeling. Because when I started, I don't know how it was for you, but when I started, my mom really didn't like any of this. She didn't like
Oh,
metal.
really?
She didn't like metal. She didn't like the music. She didn't like any like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it came to a certain point when she saw how happy it made me, where she was like, oh, this is
She supported it.
this is
She
you.
supported you.
This is actually you. And she,
Yeah,
you know, my parents would buy me my speakers and stuff like that. They would drive us to shows.
that
Fucking
ass, dude.
dude, fucking my parents drove us to Kingsville one time. I was like
Oh,
16.
wow.
It was crazy, bro. It was insane. Like it's really like I gotta thank my parents and my family so much because you have to have that support system. I know
You
so
have to,
many
bro.
I know so
Yeah,
many musicians that didn't have that support system that aren't doing it anymore. And that's because it's because
yeah,
of that. It's because of that.
yeah. It's tough, bro, when you're on your own, and especially when you have absolutely no one to support you. Like I have people to support me, and I'm blessed,
Yeah.
you know. But when you have no one, and like let's say you're living on your own, you have no connection with your family. Like, man, bro, like you need a whole different kind of confidence for that, bro. For real,
Yeah, you do.
you
You
do.
do. You need a whole different type of confidence. That's another level of confidence that I don't want to
Yeah,
understand. Dude, that's
yeah,
so funny to think about because it's true, man. It's true because those people are very like alone and they just don't want to talk to anyone because they've been alone their whole life. And
yeah, man.
it's very true. It's very true. You have to be a whole different type of person to understand them.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Unless you're like, unless no one, like you had no one your whole life, and you're like a foster parent,
Mhm.
and this and that. Like, unless you went through that life, like you probably maybe you are trained already to have that confidence. But yeah, man, that's
Right, right,
crazy.
right.
Yeah,
It's gonna be hard to develop that later, but you're definitely right.
yeah.
We were talking about this yesterday where we were like we were had band practice yesterday and we were talking about how I don't know if you ever saw like the Lamb of God DVDs back in the day.
No, but I did hear him because you know I grew up with that music, man.
Yeah,
Shit's
yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
insane.
Yeah. Because I remember like your brothers would watch them too, but there was a part where one of the guitar players they had just the tour bus had just broken down.
Oh shit.
Their manager was getting them another tour bus. The newer tour bus that showed up broke down again, and then
What?
the fucking trailer popped the tire. And they just kind of the camera turns to the guitar player, and the guitar player is like, resilience, man. It's what it's all about. And we were thinking about that yesterday, and it's so true. It's literally
Damn.
how much
That's
shit
the
can you
come up, bro.
how much shit can you put up with before you get to that level? How much shit can you put up with?
Yes.
That's literally
Yes.
what it is. That's literally what it
Yeah.
is.
And how much can you appreciate after it?
How much can you appreciate afterwards? Because once you get to that level, you have to appreciate it. That's very
Yeah,
true.
bro.
That's very true.
Yeah, got to keep that in mind
Yeah.
because like we forget where we came from. A lot of us do.
Mm,
And we forget who we are after a while.
mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, do you not like you're treating other people like assholes? Don't you remember where you came from? You know, didn't you appreciate all the shit that you've been through? You know? So yeah, man, appreciate after the fucking struggles, like for real.
That's very true, dude. That's very
Yeah.
true. That's very true. I had little moments of that too, where you forget to show love to other people, and you get in your own head where you're like, this is the only my shit's the only good shit, and it's like it's not true. There's other good shit. There's other people
Exactly. That's
popping
the
up.
way I was too, bro.
Yeah.
That's the way I was like that. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was like that maybe like a month ago or a month and a half ago. And I was like, you know what, bro? Like I think I'm just being an asshole. Like I need to quit my shit.
Mhm.
Like like later on, like people are gonna like throw my name under the bus, like for real. And then I caught myself, right? I was like, you know what, bro? Like I need to start showing love. I need to start because you gotta give love to get love. You
Exactly.
know, that's the way I've seen it. And after a while, I started doing that. Like the whole month, you know, the following month, I started showing some love to artists that I've seen post their music, but I've never was like, it's gonna be trash. I won't even bother like listening to it. Right? That type of an asshole.
Yep.
Let me hear these people. And bro, I was surprised, bro. I hit them up. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, keep going, man. Like, if you ever need like help with anything, I'm here. Like, and I got a lot of love back. They added me on Facebook and they followed me on Instagram and all that. So yeah, bro, that's what it's all about. Just showing some love to get love.
That's what it's all about. What did I send you when I heard your song?
Yeah,
I literally sent you, I'm like, keep doing you. Like literally, I've never told that to anybody else.
yeah,
I've never told that to anybody else. And I
yeah,
was like, this kid's on some vibe. I like that vibe. Keep doing you. Keep doing it. Keep
yeah.
doing it.
And like I'm gonna say this too because you know you gotta be honest too. You know,
Mm,
you can't be like, oh, like this shit's hard when it's not, when it's really not. You
exactly.
know,
Exactly.
you gotta be
Exactly.
like, because I've heard some music which was like, nah. So I've mentioned him to. I had some guy hit me, right, and I told him I'm not gonna mention where he's from or anything, but I told him I was like, bro, like I'm gonna watch your movement because I see you got potential, but you need to work on your craft more. You know, I told him like that, like in the messenger, right? I told him like in messages, I was like, yo, like just work on your craft more. I'm gonna watch your movement. I'm always watching everyone, like you know, and I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up like, oh, let's do it. Like let's make a song. Let's do an EP. Let's do whatever. You know. So it's also that I've told that was like the first person I've ever done that, and I hope he didn't get. I know he didn't. Like he understood, and so we're still connected
That's good.
and we're still vibing. So yeah, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to him, the guy that we don't know whose name is.
Yeah, I don't want to mention his name because who
But
knows him.
shout out to him. But shout
I don't
out
want
to
to
him though.
mention him, but yeah,
It's all good.
yeah,
It's all good, brother. It's so crazy to talk
yeah.
to you, dude. It really is. You look just like your brothers. You guys have the exact same face, every single one of you. So it's funny. It's like
You're,
it literally.
I'm a lot cuter. Come on.
I'm a lot cuter. I'm like, yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, Spanky's a little too brown for my taste. Like I like them white girls. Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. Oh man, we already went an hour, bro. It's so crazy.
Well, another 30 minutes if you want. Seven
Whatever,
thirty. Let's do
whatever
it.
you got, whatever you got, man.
Yeah, man.
Fucking
Let's do 7:30. I got some shit I gotta do afterwards.
cool.
But
Whatever
let's
you
do
got,
7:30.
whatever you
Talk to
got,
me.
man. Whatever you
Yeah.
got. We're fucking. We got a lot already. But whatever you got, anything else you want to plug, anything else you want to say.
Um. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Right. I feel like you need to first step one if you want to get into the music stuff. Right. If you really want it, you would learn every single thing about it. Because if you don't, like you're gonna pay someone to do all your stuff. So the step one is have a home studio. Have a home studio because you're gonna be paying for someone. You're gonna be wasting $2,500 on studio time, right? Depending on the studio, that $2,500 you could have got yourself a decent laptop, some decent microphones, some decent speakers, and a small setup, bro. That's all you need.
Mm,
But nah, man, like I think that's just step one in this music thing is try to learn everything your own. And well, that's just like in the rap scene, right? I don't know how. I'm pretty sure it's a little more difficult in the when you have a band because you have multiple instruments. But
That's
yeah, man, that's step one is like get your own equipment and just learn how to do it because if you're just like I don't even know how about computers, like okay, so you're literally just not even gonna try at least
exactly.
try, you know. So I want to talk about that. Like, what do you think? Do you think like oh you should have some time to learn everything,
Every
or you?
okay, sorry, it's because it cuts in and out. But like, I think every musician,
Yeah, no, no worries, no worries.
I think every musician should be able to self-record. Simple as that.
Facts,
Simple as that.
facts.
Simple as that. Doesn't matter if you're in a band. Doesn't matter if you're just kind of like fucking around in your house. Every musician, we are in the era of self-recording. Computers can, a
Hmm.
shitty computer can do everything. A
Yeah,
fucking a fucking
it
300
can.
A 300
Surprisingly, bro.
a $300-$400 laptop can fucking do everything that you need it to do. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be slow, but it can do everything.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it definitely is
Yeah.
a
It
little
is.
harder.
But like over time, that's why he's over time you do investments, bro, on yourself.
Mhm.
You know, get better equipment over time, get a better interface over time, get a better microphone over time. It just takes time. And you go back listening to my catalog, my discography. Like I said, the shit it sounds crappy. It
Mhm.
does because but I had the equipment though that I have right now. I just had to learn. And as soon as you learn and you master that equipment, that's when you invest yourself. I just bought myself some uh Yamaha's HS8s that I'm
Okay.
freaking like in love with.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till I start using them. But I made that investment because I needed it. I want my quality to sound better. So and I hope artists like that, you know, like invest in yourself and start somewhere. At least you try it, and if you can't, then at least you tried it, you know?
I think everybody should be on that mindset where it's like everybody really kind of gets into their own head and is like, man, this sounds like shit. Who cares? Put it out. Your next song's gonna sound better.
Yeah. Who cares, bro?
Your next shit's
Exactly.
gonna
And that's what I
sound
said in the
better.
song too, bro. Yeah, that's what I said in the song. I was like, I think it was a song called Whatever. I was like, something about, bro, I don't even remember my own lyrics because I write like
I
every
don't even
fucking
remember my own lyrics.
day.
I love it. Me
Yeah,
neither. Me
I
neither.
write every day, bro. I write every day. Like I write on my notes because I
Yeah.
have chicken scratch handwriting, so I won't be
Yeah.
able to understand it. So I write everything on my phone, and I could like I pull out my notes right now, bro. I have like shitload stuff, bro. Shitload of writing. So it's hard for me to remember my lyrics, and I'm not ashamed of it. A lot of people are gonna, oh, you're gonna perform with like distinct lips. Like, who cares? Like, I'm here to vibe.
I'm here to vibe, bitch. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I'm here to vibe. People are gonna get to her anyways.
It's a little harder for a band to do that because like more people give you shit. Like it's just like, you don't know your shit. Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's different. I think
you don't
that's
know your
different
yeah.
because that's live. That's live instruments
Yeah,
that's being
exactly.
played.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's that's the mentality I've always had where it's just practice every day. Um my old chick, my ex, she was a poet.
Oh, sick.
And so she was the one that really got me into writing more into an actual journal because before that
Mm.
it was like a bad kid with a homework. Like all my shit was like rolled into my back pocket, like from
Oh yeah.
school or like
Okay.
any journal I would get or like notes on my phone. And like at the end of the
Damn.
day, like it was bad. But now I have an actual lyric journal where I write all my shit. And like and I feel like that's a very powerful connection to have too, because I don't know how, I don't know how religious or spiritual you are,
Yeah,
but like writing is manifestation.
it is.
You write it down, that shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, it's like it's like bringing your thoughts into reality, but
Exactly.
except you're writing it down,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
And I also have I have like no, I have one book. Not one book, but like a poem book or whatever.
Mhm.
Where that's where I started, but like I said, my fucking writing was horrible. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this on the book. So yeah, I also have a book too, and there's some things in there. A lot of it's not like manifestation though. It's like about like storytelling or like beautiful, I like real poetry, like real like that,
Mm.
real poetic. So, but then, like I said, I got into the music, and I was like, I know how to write. Like, write about. I try to put myself in other people's shoes, and I write about their life.
Right.
So,
That's exactly what it should be. As a good storyteller, I think you're doing a great job. I think you're doing your lyrics. I connect to them. I feel them.
yeah,
That's that one rawness that I felt where it's just like this dude spitting the shit that's in my head. Like
thank you,
that's what I feel. That this guy's on it too. I wanna show him off. I wanna show him off.
thank you, bro, for real. Thank you.
But going back to the things that you were saying about recording, where it's like, yeah, dude, you're completely right. We should all be able to record ourselves. It's hard for a band to do that because you know you got live drums and stuff like that. A lot of
Yeah,
people, a lot of people, a lot of people are optioning for electric kits and stuff like that, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. That you can make it sound really good. There's stuff to make it sound good nowadays. Um, but I have a real
yeah,
drummer. I have a real drummer. I have a drummer that actually really loves his drums. And
yeah,
that guy does not like electric kits. And that guy
yeah.
has a
It's
fucking huge kit.
bro. Nothing beats nothing beats live instruments, bro.
Yeah,
Nothing beats it.
yeah,
Like I can make like I can make a beat, but let's say I put like fucking some fucking like a bass, but like it's in like the MIDI pack or whatever that I
uh-huh,
have. I'm like this shit's like I can hear like it sounds shitty. Like I need a real bass,
yeah.
someone who knows how to groove, you know. So I get that. Like sometimes the drums even aren't hitting because you need real drums. You need live drums. Like nothing beats fucking analog gear. Nothing beats fucking instruments. Fact.
There's a feeling that comes from analog gear, and that's really what is missing in the digital age. It's really that feeling. Like, yeah, processing gets it there, you know, editing gets it there. I understand that, and we can have that
Yeah.
argument all day, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
man, like fucking analog gear, like why do those albums sound amazing? You know what I mean? That was in 1960. Like, why does that album sound
Yeah.
amazing? Why does that
Exactly.
album sound amazing? That was fucking 50 years ago.
Mhm.
Why don't albums like that sound like that? It's just like because there's actual musicians fucking
That was 50
playing.
years ago. Like.
There's actual musicians playing those fucking songs.
Hmm. Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
And that's and like I mean, like we can have this argument all day, you know what I mean? But I'm glad you feel that way. Where'd you go to school for recording, if you don't mind me asking?
Full Sail University is
Oh,
located in like Florida, but I was doing online.
dope, dope,
Yeah,
dope.
I was doing online, and it was, and that's what I mean about like learning this shit on your own is that you don't even have to go to school for this shit.
Yeah,
Like when I graduated, I was like, bro, there's a bunch of YouTube stuff that I could have done. There was a
yeah,
bunch of like search I could do on Google,
yeah,
and I'm like, did I really waste my time going to school though? And I was like, you know what? Honestly, I didn't at the same time because I'm lapping a lot of people already, bro.
yeah,
I'm lapping a lot of people like in my level,
yeah.
like people have done this like this music stuff for like years already, and they have like five EPs or whatever. It's like, bro, I know quantity and doesn't mean shit, but like I got more songs than you, and I've only been doing this shit since basically 2018 or 2018, and the quality's gotten better. Like the
Yes.
quality itself has gotten better within since 2018, and that's just how you know that it's just about you. If you really want it that bad, and if you're doing your education, you're doing your researching, like YouTube's the biggest manual, bro. YouTube is the biggest manual. There's some shit that I got troubled on, and I went to YouTube. YouTube didn't help, right? Sometimes, so I went back to Pro Tools, right, to figure it out, and I figured it out my own,
Hmm.
you know. So, and even though it took me hours or it took me a day, I figured it out. It's just what it is, and I just encourage people, bro. Like, at least try to record something. At least try to mix your songs. At least try to produce. Look at videos. There's plenty of videos out there, but people are lazy, man. People are really lazy. They don't want to do the legwork. They just want the results. It's stupid. It's insane.
That's literally at the end of the day what it is. Laziness.
Yeah, laziness.
Laziness. Laziness. There's the two biggest qualities in a human being is laziness and fear.
Yeah, I believe it.
Laziness and fear. It's the qualities that we all share. Laziness and
Yeah,
fear. And
yeah,
which one are people most afraid of? It's the laziness. It really comes
yeah,
down to. It's literally
yeah.
people are just, oh, I don't want to do it. It's too much work. Oh,
It's too much work.
I don't want to do that. I want to hang out with these two chicks,
And then
whatever.
and then they're like, oh well, even if I did that, that did do that. it wouldn't go anywhere anyways, and that's where the fear kicks in.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, I guess. I mean, hate yourself more then.
Exactly. Get the fuck. just get your energy away from me.
Exactly. You're like about positivity. Like you're bringing negative. Get out of my studio. Man.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
So yeah.
What else do we got, man? I got nothing else to say really. I'm super glad you came on here. I'm super glad you're my final guest. I can't wait to do one in person with you. This is gonna be great. I can't wait for the studio one. I really can't wait for the studio one.
And do the in person, we could talk about the same thing, just more detail, obviously,
Yeah, of course.
We could get into everything detailed. Talk about why like you should still record or at least try. Why you should be confident in yourself. Why this? Why that? There's a bunch. I have a song called "Why," if you haven't heard it. And the answers aren't there.
Why should I hear that song?
Because it's the best shit in the world.
Dude, tell everybody where they can find you.
Bro, they can find me everywhere. You can find me in your bedroom, probably. Nah, they can find me in fucking Spotify, Apple Music. Just search up SK8TRBOY17 with an 8, no E, and 17, man. Exactly the way it is. And you'll see me everywhere. I pop up on fucking YouTube feed, fucking Google. I'm the only. You search up my name exactly how it is. I'm the only one on Google. Follow me on fucking Twitter, man. I don't know my Twitter account because it's just so much shit. But you search Skater Boy and I pop up. That's all it really is.
A pleasure.
Yeah, you can find me on SoundCloud as well, man.
You can find me on SoundCloud.
As well.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, for people, because I know there's a lot of people who use SoundCloud, especially in the Valley scene, like in the rap scene.
Yeah.
They rely on SoundCloud a lot. I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but why not like what's wrong with it? And even if like you do need a clear sample when you didn't, it's like, but like, are you really that big still? Like you should worry about that later on. Like right now, just drop as much music. Who cares? That's the way I see it. That's just the way I see it. They're not gonna come at you like, why are they gonna sue you? You're not making much anyways.
Exactly.
But when you do, that's when you like get a lawyer and figure it out. Cut them their check. Who cares? It's business, So yeah, man. That's another conversation. It's about business. It's like just business in general, bro. Like when it comes to labels, like know your shit, bro, because they can fuck you over and have you on a 360 deal.
Get a lawyer.
Get a lawyer.
Get a lawyer. A lawyer you trust. A lawyer you trust. Don't get a lawyer.
Even the lawyer though, dude. Like,
yeah. That's
why. Don't really take 10%, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, nah, bro, you're gonna pay someone 10% off your label deal. Like they're just sitting in their fucking office with their nice ass suits in Beverly Hills. It's like, get someone who knows your passion and put them on fucking hourly. Like I'm gonna put my lawyer on hourly rate, and if not, I'll find someone else. There's plenty of fucking lawyers out there. Exactly. I'm pretty sure one of them's got a budge,
Exactly.
So yeah, man. Even the lawyers, when it comes to like finding a manager, I feel like try to get someone that's been with you since day zero. Build a team that's been with you since day zero. A DJ, I got fucking Angel. I got Spanky. For my manager, I got my dad. Like my dad, who cares? He's gonna get paid too eventually.
Yeah.
And I encourage people to build people that they come, because it's real hard to let people in. At a certain point, because you gotta because who knows, maybe they're just feeding off your money, and that's what they're there for. You just gotta be careful. So yeah.
An absolute pleasure to talk to you, man. It really was.
Yeah, man. It really was. This is badass.
This is I really, really can't wait to have an in-person one with you where we don't have a connection, we don't have these interruptions.
Yeah, man.
We're gonna vibe a lot and we're gonna have a great time. Yeah. I really can't wait for that. I'm gonna end it right here.
Okay.
Just so you can get going wherever you need to go in. But honestly, man, I really want to thank you for being on Valdibitalks. You're the last guest that we had this season.
Bro.
We're gonna take a little break. after this episode to fucking get the studio set up and make it big and make it badass. So when you guys come back, it's gonna be a party. It's gonna be great.
That's awesome, man. I can't wait for it, bro. I can't wait for y'all to start progressing. And you are progressing, by the way. And I can't wait till you start. Get your own place.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's step one. Getting your own space, bro. Man, this feels good having my own space. If I need to record something or not, I go to the mic right now and just record it. I don't gotta pay anyone to do it. Like
Exactly.
you don't gotta pay anyone. You don't gotta pay someone to edit your videos. You know how to edit your videos. So yeah, man. Congrats to you, bro. You're gonna do it. You're gonna get big.
Thank you, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
fucking awesome, Eric. Fucking, you have a great
Yeah.
rest of your evening, bro. You
You
seriously
too,
will.
bro. Yeah,
Fucking,
you too.
I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, man. Peace.